sound. When the work week's done and the weekend rolls round, everybody knows where I can be found. I'll be fishing all night and day, strapping from the shore, fluking in.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Fishing Long Island. Today again, it's going to be another how-to video, still in the winter months, of course. Today we're going to go visit Paul over at River Bay Outfitters, and he's going to show us how to tie a bunker fly for early season striped bass, bluefish, all fly rod stuff, obviously, something I don't do, so I'm going to be learning as well how to do this cool little thing. But let's go see Paul, see how he's doing. We'll go check out his store. He'll tell us a little bit about the services he offers, such as chartering, taking you guys out on the rivers, going on your boat, teaching you guys how to fly fish, and also he holds classes here in his store on tie flying classes. So let's go see Paul and talk about what we're going to do today.
If there's ice in the cooler, I'm okay. Gas up the boat and I'll be on my way, going fishing all night and day. Lord, I'll be fishing all night and day, cruising around, setting that hook down tight, cruising around. Biggins gonna put up a fight. Down tight, cruising around. Biggins gonna put up a fight. Alright. When the bait box is empty and my coffee's gone cold, tide's rolling out and the sun's sinking low, where's the wife and the children? How the heck would I know? I've been fishing all night and day. Man, I've been fishing all night and day. Long Island fishing all night and day. Long Island fishing.
Okay. My name is Paul McCain. I've been in this business for about 11 years now. We started it actually because I just had a passion for fly fishing. And my wife has always said, hey, listen, you wanted to be, own a fly shop. We like to think of ourselves as not a fly shop, as more of a learning center. We are the only dedicated fly shop here on Long Island. We do offer classes with trips. I guide. I do a lot of educational guiding trips for beginners. And if you want, I will jump on your boat and help you with the saltwater scene. We have some phenomenal fishing here on Long Island. And within hours, I consider Long Island a fly fisherman's paradise with everything we have. You got freshwater, you got saltwater, you got warm water, you got trout, all within hours. And if you want, drive 6 hours and you catch a Pacific salmon or a steelhead. It just is an incredible opportunity. And you can get a piece of pizza at 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to tie this up a little bunker pattern. Long Island has some really good saltwater fishing, but it also has some really good freshwater fishing. And I'm going to use, and I love these hooks because they're super, super sharp. Gamakatsu's is one of the brands that we do sell here. They're just definitely premium brand hooks. So I'm actually going to be tying up, like I said, a bunker pattern. And I just put in there and just start with a base. And we're going to tie what we call a high-low type of fly, where it gives you the high profile of a bunker, but the narrowness of a bunker. So it's high-low tie. The key to tying is less is more. People like they tie in so much at once, right? So what I'm going to do is, this is a really soft material.
Almost like a cotton.
It's almost like cotton. It's a faux fox fur, right? So I'm going to tie a little bit here. Oh, just like a cotton, yeah.
Is that really a fox fur?
No.
Okay,
it's
so
faux.
it's synthetic.
It's fake fox fur.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to just pull a little bit onto the bottom, right back, and just, so you're working both ways, so top and bottom, top and bottom. We'll trim it too as we get to it. You know. Yeah, let's throw a little flash into it.
I see you got all the colors too. You got the golds, the browns to match the bunker.
You match it up, and you know what? You look at a bunker, and how the light hits them, they change colors. You could have pinks, you could have greens, all kinds of things. Just throw a little bit of flash in it. Well, a lot of guys put too much flash in their flies. I personally don't like to do that. I like to build it up slowly. So I'll build a little bit here, and I'll turn the hook over again. And you just keep building it up.
Now, what is the thing called that's actually holding the fly?
This right here is a vise, and this is the Ronzetti vise. I do like this, the Traveler. So I actually have several vices, and so if you tie flies thinking you're going to save money, you're not. You're not going to save money, because this is, by the time you buy the materials, and you tie it because you want to tie. Mm-hmm. It's like, my wife likes to knit and crochet. She's not saving any money doing it, but she likes doing it. You know? And I find fly tying one of the most relaxing aspects. Plus also, catching a fish on a fly you tie is really good. I mean, I just enjoy it. I do fly tying classes. I like teaching fly tying.
And that's available right here in the store.
And that's right. We do it and in fact, right now, if you want to see what it's like, stop in on Saturdays. We do soup and stew Saturdays, where people come in and we call it lying and tying, and they just tie and whatever they want, and everybody helps everybody. That's something you won't find in other types of fishing, is the helping aspect. They just don't like to help as much as fly fishermen. And there are organizations, there are clubs here on Long Island. We got 3 major clubs that are dedicated to fly fishing. People don't realize, I don't know if you knew, we have a major trout stream here on Long Island.
I did not know.
Yeah, and I was very fortunate to take Jenny Ackerson out and fish on there.
And how did she do?
She did good. She caught fish. She's a fishy person. I will tell you.
She kicked all the guys' asses, right?
Yeah. And you know, it's funny as I teach, and she is. I find that women are very easier to teach because there's zero muscle in fly fishing, zero.
So basically, it's all a technique.
It's just technique. It's timing.
Yeah.
You know, and these rods, and the rods are just so well designed. They do the work for you, but it's all about the timing and the finesse and everything about it. And when I guide, I tell guys, especially guys, slow down, slow down. They try to rush it. Now, if you look at fly fishing as just another technique, fly fishing is it's just another way of delivering the lure. Now, most times, the spin guys are going to outfish you, and the reason is they could cover water, which we can't.
I was told by my buddy Dave that you're not casting the lure, you're casting the line.
They're casting the line. So there was a time, my wife and I do like to fly fish. She likes to fly fish with me. She's not a distance caster, but that's not important. So what happens is she caught fish. Let's put a little more sparkle into it. She caught fish because she was accurate. You got to be accurate, you know. And we went blue fishing. Now, blue fishers, everybody says, oh, they'll eat anything. Well, sometimes they will. Well, sometimes they won't. You know, and you gotta match the hatch. And we outfished everybody in the area because they were feeding on 3-inch little spearing while everybody was throwing these big plugs. And they couldn't throw the small bait because you can't with a spinning rod. But we could. We could deliver the lure to them. And so we were very fortunate. We had a good day. In fact, they came over and said to me, hey, what are you guys doing? You know, you're catching so many fish. And I said, well,
match the hatch.
Match the hatch.
That's it.
Match the hatch.
Well, this spring, we're going to get you on the boat. I'm going to go on the back bays. You, Dave, myself, will have some fun.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Dave he's a pro. He knows his stuff. I knew Dave. Well, I knew his daughter before I knew Dave. Oh, wow. I worked with her, but Dave he knows his stuff. Yeah. I will tell you, you could talk to him and you know he's going to catch fish. You know.
That is pretty wild looking. I can see it forming now. We can actually see.
Yeah, you can see how it's coming together.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Yeah, once we trim it and all this, and this stuff is very moving. I would, we're going to put eyes on it, but then I'd put what we call UV resin on the head just to keep everything from. So.
And just so the viewers know, everything you see here is available in the
Everything
store.
is available. And all the equipment. Now, there is very little bad equipment today. I mean, you can buy it online, bad equipment. The thing is about fly fishing is the rods are important to a point, right? The reels are, in freshwater, the reels are not important at all. They are important to the point that you want a durable reel in saltwater and a good drag. Freshwater, you don't need that. But lines are very important. You know, lines become extremely important.
Also, for the viewers, if they want to come into the store, look at what you have, pick up some products, what's your address here, and how would they get in touch with you?
Sure. First of all, we're in Baldwin, and we are at 980 Church Street in Baldwin, and we are open 5 days a week. We're open through Wednesdays through Sundays. We are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays because that's when I guide, but I also run trips. That's the main thing, you know.
And I believe this is your main road here is Atlantic Avenue, right?
Atlantic Avenue is, we're one block off Atlantic.
1 block off Atlantic.
Atlantic. Right. We're a destination. That's what we are. I call that a destination. I'm just going to tie this off. And we do a lot of, like I said, we do a lot of classes. Main thing to do is go to riverbayoutfitters.com and sign up for the newsletter. Because the newsletter, we do, like I say, day trips. We do fresh and salt. We do day trips. But for our saltwater, we do meetups because in salt water, especially if you fish from the beach, you don't know. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. You know, I don't know what it's going to be like a week from now. So I can plan out 3 days. So I'll put it on a newsletter, meeting at Jones Beach, Field 10 at 6 o'clock, right? And that's where you go, you know. Now I'm going to just trim this up a little bit. We'll put that on here. This is, as you can see, there's no weight to this.
Yeah.
No weight at all. You could never cast this on a, we'll put some eyes on it. Make it look like a little bunker pattern.
Now, a lot of people say the eyes are very important when it comes to lures.
You know, everybody says that. I think it is important, especially on bunker, because their eyes are so big. But when you know, when you're, but there are a lot of patterns I tie without eyes. You know, we call them guides flies. You know, now, so, you know, never think of it as a fly as a permanent thing, because it just, so this has that bunker look.
It definitely does.
You know, it definitely has it. Now, I would put a little coating on the front with UV. You know, and then I would put some dots with a magic marker. But other than that, this, as you can see, this will flow in the water really nice. And it has that look, you know. And it's always fun to catch a fish on a fly you tie.
That's pretty wild.
You know?
And that's basically it. That's the completed bunker fly, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I would put, like I said, I'd put a little what they call UV resin right in the front and cover the eyes, and it would keep it from, you know, from fouling, and it would move in the water. This stuff has a lot of life in the water. So
that's pretty wild.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, this is one of my favorite flies. I also do. This is all synthetic. I never think of flies as permanent, you know, because lures, you know, I'd get very upset if I threw and a big bluefish took one of these $50, $60 wood plugs of mine, you know, right? But these, you know, I love bluefishing. You people rave, I hate them. Nothing fights harder than a bluefish. And on a fly rod, that's the only way I fish for them. I just love fishing for bluefish, so.
It's awesome when they start jumping and everything.
Oh, yeah, especially if you catch them in low and small water, you know. If you catch them on the flats in the spring, they're just an incredible game fish.
You know what's funny about catching bluefish on the flats? It's very, very similar to the tarpon down in Florida. You can actually see the fish tailing.
Right, they do daisy tail, and they're not quite sure why, you know. Yeah. But you have to almost annoy them to get them to hit a fly, and that's when I'm using a popper or a topwater fly. And a fly rod, though, man. And in the spring, they're racers. They just came in from spawning, so they're thin and they're hungry, right? And I look forward to that 2 weeks in March and May and June, you know, when they're on the flats, the mud flats. Just thinking about it. It's getting me excited just thinking about it.
We still have some time to go.
Yeah, but here's to get through the winter. I hope everybody comes to the Fly Fishing Expo at Radisson Hotel on March 8th. There will be guys there from all over the country, and there will be people talking about fishing, even fishing like the Galapagos, or going down to Florida or Mexico, or fishing local. We got some of the best guides here on Long Island will be at that show, demonstrating and talking about it. We also have some of the best fly tyers, and it's amazing how many young kids are getting into fly tying. There'll be 4 or 5 young people there that are tying flies that are amazing, you know, and they really got into it, which is good. And we're getting more women into the sport, which is fabulous. You know, I enjoy their company. But like I said, you go to a lot of these, you know, you go to the beach and you ask some surf guy, hey, you know, how's the fishing? You know, they're not going to tell you anything. You know, fly guys will give you a fly to use. All right, and I hope to see you guys on some of our meetup trips. So,
all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial video. Paul really took us through the steps to tie that beautiful fly. You guys saw it. It just really came out awesome. You really have to see it up close. But guys, thank you for watching. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And any other videos you would like to see, how-to videos, educational videos, tutorial videos, just write them down in the comments and we can get that done for you. And come by, see him, check out his shop. And if you guys want to learn fly fishing, come in, take one of his classes, or you can always call him and hire him to run your boat for you and teach you guys how to fly fish. Once again, guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you all in the next one.